Welcome to this quick tutorial. Say you have some data, you have a stock that you're following, and here obviously you have a bit of a date on the left, forgot to format it. Okay, so you have a date, you have a open, high, low, close, so you can get this from Yahoo, from Google, or whatever provider you have. You want to visualize that yourself doing your own chart. Now, you have to have those columns in this order: open, high, low, and close. This is usually the order it's given on the website, so it should be quite consistent. So what you do, you go here and you select all this, and you go under Insert and Chart. You can access the chart either through this link here, the stock chart, or you can go under Recommended, and here you go under All Charts. Once you're here, you go under Stock. I've decided to go for the candle. So I'm just going to go for the candle, insert, and here you go. So you might be thinking, oh, that's a lot of rubbish, and you're right, but we need to improve on this. So let's improve on this. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to click on the axis here, right click on the axis and format axis, and looks like the stock never goes under 100, and I want to put this as a minimum. I want to have 100 here as the minimum. Done. The second thing you need to do, you need to right click on the axis of the date and format axis. And here what Excel does by default, he just automatically select based on data, and he noticed there is a date here, so therefore he formats it as a date. But the problem here, in my example, I have weekly data here, and I wanted to show you an example where it's not daily. So it's weekly data, so it more or less gives you a full week in between, and this is not what we want. So here we say text axis. We select by text, and then everything, it looks already much better. This is, if you have difficulties reading the date here, you can go under Home, and you can just change the format here of the date. You can just have it. That might be a little bit too much horizontal, but you can put it this way. I mean, you can play with this. Okay, what next? You don't need the chart title. Let's assume you don't need this. What else? Let's assume you don't need the horizontal bar as well. Now we're just left with doing some formatting too. So the way Excel, or actually all the trading websites have, is they have up bars and down bars, and they have a high-low bar. So if we click on the up bars to start with, and you need to make sure that you see up bar options here, you can do a fill, and you do a solid fill, and then here you select the color of your choice. And I've decided to go with green. And you click on the down bar, and you do the same. You make sure that this down bar options here, you select red. Okay, now before we go into the high-low, I would like to put the high-low bar here. I'm just going to put it in white. You're not going to see it, but you have to trust me. High-low lines here, you just select that, and you can put white here, high-low white. Okay. Now the only thing I wanted to do is I wanted to do a bit of a gradient, so that would allow me to go to switch to the dark mode, and then we can finally see those high-low lines. You make sure that you click on the side of the chart, not here. You see, this is not good. You need to make sure that you only select the full text box here, with the full box. And here you go under fill. Well, I'm already here, but you could go under format, shape fill here, and here you go under gradient, and you choose a gradient. So here, for instance, I'm just going to select this one here as a starting point. Now the first thing that I want to do, now you can see that you already have the white. I'm just going to put this in white as well, if you want that, and I'm going to put the things on the left as well if you want it. Bold, let's go bold today. And then what else? Well, this is more or less it, but I think you might decide to have those lines go back to the high-low lines a little bit thicker. So in this case, you go under the width, and you increase them a little bit. I think it looks better this way. you can do whatever you like. So you can go under this one here, the up bar, and then you can put a border. You can put a solid line. Let's choose white. See, yeah, up to debate. Might be okay, might not. So do the same with the down border, white. Okay, and if we go back to this gradient color here, this is where, if you don't know how gradient works, it gives you the three colors that it goes from one to the other. And here you can choose which angle it goes. So it goes from top to bottom. I don't know if it's very obvious here. But here it goes from left to right, from light to dark in a way. So what you can do is if you want to go really, really dark, you put black. Don't hesitate to put black at the end. It gives a nice effect, I think. And if you feel that this is too strong, you can slide this across. And then if you feel you need more markers, you just click on this and you add another marker. So there's plenty, it's a bit of an art to be able to find the right gradient, I believe. But here, if you want to get rid of it, you just slide it down and you do it this way. So for today's purpose, I'm just going to leave the gradient like this. And I think this is quite an elegant chart. You can do whatever you like afterwards. And you can also, now there are some Excel function now the way you can download stock, but that's for another tutorial. I have that somewhere in my other video. So if you want to have a look at this, feel free to do it. Okay, I hope that was useful. And just before I go, I want to remove this high-low legend here. And I'll talk to you soon.